Okay, hello. Once again, my name is Tiffany Brooks Browning. Somewhere within the people and the names of the titles, I've been talking to you guys, and Mr. Dewey is not actually the one talking to me from VPD, but he's the one I appointed because he was the one I'd spoken with on emails like a year ago or 2 years ago or something. I just found out on Thanksgiving that, whether you believe me or not, I was supposedly incarcerated in someone else's body up here named Sarah, and in Vancouver, Washington, somewhere, Washington State, in prison for about a year and a half for something I didn't do in that body, and neither did Sarah in mine. And they've been lying about it this whole time. And my other self up here was trying to like talk to my daughter and with my friend that knew I'd been set up, trying to explain it to her, and she's like, I don't care, Mom. She's like, I hate you because who you look like, because of what they put on video and sent us and all this stuff up here. And on the ground, I do not know that you didn't send that to me on Facebook either, which is something similar, or at least texting. So anyways, you guys have been telling me that you were going to send me money for Christmas. You were going to send me money for a better car. You were going to send me money for a bunch of stuff. I am supposed to be getting enough money in a one lump sum or 3 different checks from 3 different states, probably through the government, because of what you guys have allowed to happen to me. Okay, whether it's off Amanda Tessie's virtual reality or if it doesn't even matter who it's off of anymore. It's the simple fact that I'm not guilty of nothing. You guys have been talking out of my mouth for over 3 years because of what they did to me. And it's not that you guys did this to me, okay? This was my own homeboys that did this to me. At least they were telling me they were my homeboys from my drug life, okay? Because they were talking in and out of my head too. And there was a time where I was at a friend's house and we were all outside, and my friend cut down this bamboo for me or whatever because I like to bow staff, and there I heard a click in my inside of my head, and honestly, if not on meth, but on weed. Like I hadn't smoked weed in a long time, so I was like hyper paranoid, and I heard a click inside my head, and I look around and I'm thinking there's like a camera turning on or something, which doesn't make sense unless you're stoned. And my friend's like, oh, that was just them clicking you over to be on his team. But I don't know for sure if she even said that out of her mouth or if she said it into my head from up here, because I've heard people say stuff like the neighbor. Remember, I don't know if any of you remember that phone call went, or the text message or whatever that I said, the neighbor, the black big, she's either a girl or a guy, can't tell, but she looks like a gangbanger. And he is like, run for your life, while I'm walking to my mom's car, and I'm sitting there, what? And then next thing you know, we come out to the car again, and he's next to the car. He's like, we don't want no problems, because I had messaged whoever I messaged to let them know I was being gang stalked, and I was scared. Anyway, I'm on disability because of you guys not disconnecting me. I just found out today that you can disconnect me, you just won't, because it's one secret indictment after the other, / FBI cases and DEA cases all connected to different people. Plus, it's making way too much money. I had agreed in my mind to go ahead and stay connected for another 2 years and not make any more videos once I get my lump sum payment, which is, I demanded $1 million at this point. Like, seeing what you guys have done and what you've done to my identity period. I mean, I'm literally getting tortured down here. I have these raw spots all over my body right now because I'm getting these electric charges on my skins because somebody else is doing something wrong, somewhere different, or something. I can't explain what it is, but you can see them. Like if I look down and I go like this, like to my arm, you can see these little electric things fly off my body if we have a power source. But anyways, they've been in my body and in my head. So since March 2022 is when I moved across the bridge to get away from you guys in Portland, that I thought were meth-induced psychosis voices, to get off drugs, be a better mom, figure out my life without AK involved, because I was just stuck, And I have messed up a couple times, but most of the time was train driven by these people up here, either to keep me connected to the same pieces of shit that put me in here, or just because I didn't have a car, or I didn't have a friend, or you guys were talking so much shit about Sarah, Tiffany, who is not me, the human that you're really talking about. And most of these people, dude, like I said before, my homeboy's homeboy, I'm not allowed to say his name, went to prison up here for 2 years for the same thing I went to prison for in Vancouver, or something very similar. And somebody went to prison up here in Arizona for the same thing. And none of us did that. None of us did whatever we went to prison for. And I'm stuck in a different body that I don't want to be in. And I guess I don't want to be in my body because I'm fat now and all they do is make fun of me. But I do have special ISM codes. So either way, you guys owe me a lot of money. And I don't know exactly who's all involved because Arizona is definitely involved. Okay, because that was the FBI that I know of was from Arizona because they sent Arizona syndicates through me to keep them here in Portland to keep playing the game on the low, which it's because some of them were involved in pain informatry, some of them were narcs, and some of them were under investigation for some capital murder or some crap like that. And they're all on a chain, so different brain stems. So you can send, like, say you put Anthony Cias through me, so you can continue to do porn with the black guy with a bigger drug habit, up here in virtual reality. It makes a lot of money on some nasty ass dark web page with prettier bodies on, but yet other people that watch the videos don't see you guys with your pretty model bodies or your porn town bodies on. You see people on the ground like me or my mom or my kids or my friends' kids or, from either up here or on the ground even. I'm not sure because I've never seen anything like that. It's just what you guys are saying. But I really do need my money, please. Like, I'm dying over here. I need to be able to get some Christmas presents, hopefully. And if you saw the stupid, they got really mad at me about the there's this BB gun one. Remember the BB gun thing? It's just a BB gun, airsoft gun like this. It's just an airsoft gun. See the hole? It's just airsoft gun. But anyways, I was drunk and I was mad at them, and I was like, "Can you imagine if I killed myself?" And I went like this and I pulled the trigger, and a lot of people freaked out. But I would never kill myself because I'm a mom. It's just a BB gun, But anyway, it's not just that I'm getting, tortured from up here, dude. I'm getting physically tortured. I'm getting mentally tortured. They keep telling me they're giving my money to other people. I can't even be in my own body up here as a UE member, upper echelon member, or a syndicate or anything. And they said once I got out of prison, there was only one person that would talk to me. And I went over to where she was at and we did a bunch of meth. And so now they hate even me and that one. And I have some sweet girl up here with me that doesn't do drugs. And she's like, I don't have a problem keeping Tiffany off drugs because she's not actually a drug addict now that she has a friend. But she wants to be either in her own body or a different body than the one she's in. Because the one she's in has a bunch of bad juju on it. And nobody likes her. Even though it's not her fault, because the body I'm in, she's in my body. And she doesn't like me either. Back and forth, but for a different reason. But anyways, I need to buy out. I'm on disability because of you motherfuckers, okay? Disability. I get like $900 a month. My account is overdrawn right now. Yes, I drink, and I probably shouldn't be drinking, but I already promised them I'll stop drinking during the weeks and probably during the weekends once you give me my big check. Because I'll be able to buy a place over there next to my daughter's school where she's going to go to high school at, and she can live there whenever she wants. And hopefully I'll be able to get my son off the streets. He'll probably have to get arrested first and go to treatment after. But that was my goal, is like, let him get arrested first. And then hopefully by the time he gets out and goes to treatment after, I'll have a nice room for him set up. I'll have money. I'll have resources to keep him off the streets. Like, we can be, he probably won't be involved in church, but I know a bunch of outreach programs and a bunch of stuff like that. And like, if you have money, a lot of things are possible. And you guys have already stolen 3.75 years from me and my daughter. She was 10 years old when I got off drugs. Be a better mom to her to make up for lost time as soon as possible, because she literally went from being pre-K to 10 right in front of my eyes because you guys were in my back brain lulling me out. And it had something to do with Anthony Cias and what he was involved in the narc program or whatever it wasn't, dude. And I just sat there and I was manically depressed. But like I said, when I was doing drugs over there, like I didn't sit there and like get high on meth and criddle cars or like talk shit about people. I just sat in my room, dude. I sat in my room. I sat in my bedroom I had this day bed. This bed with these curtains around it. And I would sit inside my bed because I could hear you guys talking shit to me, either to me or about somebody else. And I felt like there was cameras in my bedroom. And so I would sit like in this little cocoon thing, and it's just so messed up. And you guys told me it was meth-induced psychosis voices, but later you guys told me that's not what it was at all. It's just a bunch of feds hating you because you were sleeping with that piece of shit when he had a freaking girlfriend. It wasn't just you they were talking about him, but they were seeing a girl. Just like the Russian neighbor tried to citizens arrest me because he said he saw me on his security footage stealing stuff from his backyard. Well, I didn't steal nothing from his backyard. I would never steal from no one. You're burning my hair. My hair's falling out. I got burn spots on my head. Like I feel it coming in and out, in and out, in and out. They literally gaslit me, and I could feel it goes boom. You know when you light a gas stove? And I know you won't really believe me all the way. I mean, certain people do up here, but you know when you light a gas stove? Okay, that's irrelevant. Please, dude, I live in Vancouver, Washington. You've been crossing the bridge from Arizona and Portland for 3.75 years. Just to ruin my life underneath there, to get you off your charges so that your bosses don't have to go to jail up here for not doing their job correctly and believing these stupid pieces of shit. Okay? They told me that one of my homeboys was a capital murderer or something bad. And they finally caught him, so up here. And now he's at Rikers, which I think is probably the same person that was in my head that I was like, you're not allowed to tell on this guy, dude. What the hell? I don't know if he did it or not because I wasn't involved in anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, if they did tell on him with my name on or something, then the next thing you know, his homeboys are going to be coming after me and shit. But anyway, that's irrelevant, but, dude, I have kids, man. My kid is stuck on the streets doing hard drugs. He's almost died twice now from fucking fatty powder, man. I guess he doesn't have anywhere to go. He can't live here. It's just a teeny tiny apartment with me and my mom, and I have hard enough time living here with the rules as it is. I'm a fucking woman. I should be able to have a job by now. I should be able to not have an eviction on my record because Anthony C is going to the court, so you guys don't have to pay for it up here. I should have a fucking husband or a boyfriend. My daughter should be living with me. I should have a fucking job, but I can't do shit because of you. And I'm a billionaire up here. And a multi-millionaire right here where I sit. I need you guys to help me, dude. I live in Vancouver, Washington. You know what my driver's license is. It's been updated in Vancouver, Washington. That's my address. 534-888-8697. I live over here in Fisher's Landing, Cascade Park. I have a Chase account that you can make a deposit to, but you guys are telling me you can't because I'm on disability. I'm like, but okay, but you guys told me you guys were calling the disability people with my private investigator, letting them know what's going on. That you're going to put a deposit in. It's supposed to be a EIP payment, and the other one was supposed to be a housing change or something. That's not for me. That's for someone else on housing. There's a settlement up here for disparagement. It's like a bunch of different things. EIP is, you have to look what EIP is. Okay, it's hard to explain, but dude, come on, man. You're in my fucking daughter, dude. I can see you in her. Off and on. It changes out. And other people too. That's me and my baby girl and my stepson, Xavier. And my son wasn't there this year because he's still on the streets. Homeless somewhere. That's my daughter, dude. She's fucking beautiful, and she's fucking 14 and a half now, and she's not 100% sure about me because you guys allowed them to send her stuff from up here. And I'm not 100% sure if you're talking into her head or not like you do me sometimes. And I know for a fact you did because you told me you did. You told me you were my fucking homeboy's homeboy, and you thought I set you up, but you had no idea that I went to prison for the same thing you didn't do either. It's someone else's body. I'm not a hooker. I'm not a drug addict no more, man. I haven't been one for a long time. I literally messed up like twice a year. Besides when I was stuck in my apartment after you made me scared to death to talk to AK and he showed up at my fucking apartment. I mean, my mom's house with Tanika in the car when he already had an arrangement to go to have her live there and pay him rent. But then he tried to make it look like she was going to pay me rent. I'm like, you're not going to pay rent. Neither is she. I know that. I'm not stupid, dude. But I'm not going to fucking argue with Tanika and him. All right, I'm scared of AK, and I didn't know her good enough, dude. She's been in prison before. Yeah, right. Big black Tanika. You don't fuck with that. You don't fuck with that. No. No can do. Right, they had this warden lady back when the cops were called here, whatever. My mom called 911 because they were screaming out of my mouth to shut it off, shut it off, shut it off. And I was seeing my hair singeing up, and when I got to the schizo clinic, my hair was like melted together. a little bit. And because I have skins on, which you guys won't understand because it's a universal echelon thing that it's keeps getting taken from us. But anyways, yeah, I do. I bald spots, yeah. Anyway, so I mean, like I get to go to my family's Thanksgiving, right, and wonder what they said to my baby girl because she won't tell me. I get to wonder what exactly the CPS people that said to Sal when you guys called him and said Tiffany made a CPS report, or there was a report made that led him to believe that I made the report, labeling everybody in their house. Like, I have no fucking clue what it is. All I know is that our brain stems are split, our mile markers are split. My baby girl has not lived with me since pre-K. Like, it is the saddest fucking story when you find out that I was with Sal, her dad, for 14 years before we broke up, and he moved in with Tony, who he's with now, and they're on their second baby. She's pregnant, and they raised my baby girl full time. Like, but that's not how it should be. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it should be. That's Tony right there, kneeling down next to Coda, right there, right here. And that's Coda, her son, and Soraya's brother, and that's Xavier, her brother, and that's Luli, her cousin, and that's her other cousins on the other side. And like you know, like I have a great family there. Like his parents love me just like my mom does. You know what I mean? I try to go to church with them on Saturdays because they go to Seventh-day Church. But you know, I really don't really, you know, I like the outreach program. We feed the homeless and stuff, but it's not really my church. I only go there for the most part to make them happy because they make me feel loved, and because I get to see my daughter when she goes. But like Russ is Air Force retired, and Sylvia might have been a constituent of you guys. I'm not sure, because my sister Ema told me she went to Seattle once and was listening for them, whatever that means. And I don't know if that was part of her master's degree or bachelor's or whatever it is that she's into, because I've never actually talked to her about it. But the point here is I'm a good person. I've never been in trouble. I know for a fact that you guys know for a fact that I'm innocent. And I have no idea what was ever on no fucking CPS desk other than Anthony Ciaz, because he's a conditional orange cap video popped up just then. That video was made 2.5 years ago or something, or 3, when this very first happened to me. You guys promised me you were going to pay for my apartment. I got off drugs to be a better mom. I wasn't even a drug addict then. There just happened to be one of those orange caps here and a bunch of baggies with powder in it because it was my brother's room. Okay? And you drove my train to make the video. What I did not know, because you told me I can't look at the camera, was that you could actually see it. Okay? You were just supposed to think I was doing it or something. But anyway, that was a long time ago. And I was talking about, why'd you steal my S corporation? Why'd you do this to me? Why'd I get off drugs to be a better mom? I can't work. I can't function. You drive my train to sit here every single fucking day, 18 hours a day. I have almost 1,000 videos now, going back 2 years on live YouTube of you talking in and out of my mouth about what's going on up here. Or just really exulances, nothing at all. Okay? I'm a good fucking person. I promise I won't drink during the week so that I don't get you drunk in law enforcement, because I don't have nothing to hide. I don't have a guilty conscience of shit, but my brain stems are split with people who do. And it's not fair that everybody I look at, you pull up here or use as a mile marker like I'm a fed, and you telling on them. I'm literally hearing you talking about my brother over here doing fucking Fetty powder or heroin in his fucking RV trailer. And then I'm hearing his ex-girlfriend Emery talking shit. I'm on, she talking shit about me or what? Yeah, well, my brother knows too that you guys exist. He just doesn't know for sure that he was ever up here, because he had to take the schizo pills or whatever it is to get you guys disconnected from his brainstem. But I can't even take the pills to get disconnected because I was scanned on the human being floor. You guys put optical illusion, these sparkly freaking FBI or upper echelon, which is just its own universal echelon Bureau of Intelligence situation. You know, it's special permissions and stuff that allows me to be able to sit on my bed when you move a power source or you move a dimension or you do what you do up here, move accounts or whatever you do. I can feel my bed lifting up and lowering. I can see different parts of my room if I'm just kind of spacing off, moving up and moving down. I mean, I know that my bed is not really moving, and neither is my bedroom here, but it is up here. And I think I'm the only person like that. And I don't know where Cindy went, but my name is Susie and I'm with Tiffany right now. And really my name is Sarah, backwards, because Sarah's a stupid dumb cunt over there off Manatessi, and nobody likes her, and she hates me too because she thinks I'm guilty of whatever I went to prison for in her body, and which is just ridiculous because the FBI already said they had my back, but they can't even get to me up here because my brain stems are split with someone in Arizona, And then I asked my Sherilyn lady, I'm all, Sherilyn, Darylyn, hey, which one of you have adopted my baby girl appears an empty baby again? Yeah, she pulled me up there to fix it, but that's what I'm saying. Like I lived here at my mom's. I went to visit Mandy because you guys there, my friends told me to. And next thing you know, they're my body. I'm looking up. They're like, just stare up. And I'm like, okay. I wasn't really asking questions because I thought it was my friends. I had no idea what they were doing. I thought they were playing the stupid game, and they weren't mad at me no more. And I'm like, okay, well, if you lay down on this bed, we're going to scan you and you'll be able to come in here and control your player with us. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I lay down in bed. I feel it scan me up, down, up, which means 3 scans, which either took somebody in, out, in, or put 3 people attached to me or something. And at the end of it, they were crying in my body, bawling their eyes out, but they didn't tell me why they were crying. And they're like, go outside. And this is the UE people crying that I didn't know. Go outside and we're going to pull you up here to fix it. So I'm staring up to the UE department, and through a computer system, they pulled me up there to fix it. But they said it wasn't me in my own body. It was somebody named Sarah. So, or Jessica or Mandy or any number of other people that wasn't me. And maybe it was because I had just gotten off pokes like a couple months before that. I don't know. But either way, it wasn't me up there. And since then, I've made $1 million. I invented this S corporation, the artificial echelon intelligence other universe, and I have like little bits and pieces of proof that I'm innocent, but it's only provable if the people on the ground would admit it, and they won't, most of them, because they're confidentials or paid informants, or they've been in trouble before or something. Because I've never been in trouble, so I don't know like what happens like if you get in trouble and you agree to be a confidential or a paid informant or whatever that is. I don't really know how that works. I just have to guess and just kind of what they've told me, but I've never been in trouble and I didn't do nothing wrong and I'm not a drug addict. And if you pull my fucking bedroom up here this year, you'll see nothing in it for months and months and months. Last year around this time, I didn't have anything in here either, except for there was a backpack in here that AK left that had a meth bong stem in it, and I had thrown it away. And you guys told me up here, not you, Portland, but this was Arizona, they backstabbed me at the round table for money. And they told me to go take the backpack out, go grab that meth pipe, and we're going to sit in your body with everybody. And on a video on my phone, not on live YouTube, we're going to sit in your body with everybody and show who the fuck set you up. And they're going to be doing meth, getting in trouble out loud up here. Because if I do something on the ground out loud, if I do something on the ground, like do drugs or drink or anything, to excess, even just, if I smoke meth, you're smoking meth. Okay? Whoever's directly on my head will be high. They'll be high. I don't even get high. That's the funny part. The meth does not even go into my brainstem. It goes into theirs. And it's nothing but, I'm not a drug addict. It's not fun for me. It's nothing but torture. You physically torture me. You mentally torture me. You emotionally torture me. And I just really need you guys to make a phone call to my ex and let him know that Tiffany Brooks Browning's been involved in something secret for over 3.5 years because I don't want to lose my job. And she's not crazy. Don't believe nothing you've read, seen, or heard about Tiffany because it's not true. Pass it on. It's not that hard. You guys called him from up here to let him know to tell me that somebody was stealing stuff from my apartment named Anthony. You guys left a voicemail for Amanda Tessie saying some gangbanger was after me. You guys text my friend Mary from up here saying I needed help. I want you to give my money to my people up here. I want you to do your best to put myself in my own body, whether I like it or not. Because I do have special ISO codes, unless, of course, it means I can't be around my daughter because it takes her body off. Because if they are submitting transmissions at all or doing anything, back power scone, if I look at her, it'll take her power source off up here. And I don't really know for sure if she'd be walking around up here like with Sal and Tony like she does on the ground, or if she's an entity, because I'm not up here and they won't tell me the truth about how that works exactly. Because I know that some people do live out lifelines and they are like actual copies of other people in other people's bodies or however this works. But they'll be living with different people, doing different. Some of us have like drugs in our system that don't even do drugs and have never done drugs on the ground because we're mixed in with other people. But anyway, but then I know there's people that are on their head that are, I don't know if they're the feds or if they're the paid informants or what, but they won't ever really say who they are. And maybe it's their body I can take off. But I remember in 2023, anyway, that doesn't matter. Somebody sat in my body and was like, you ain't Tiffany. What are you doing in Tiffany's body then? And they said there was 3 different Tiffany's, and they took the body off in 3 different places, and none of them are Tiffany. All pretending to be Tiffany getting her money for every day that she's not doing drugs, which is all the time now. Hello, and there's handcuffs over there. Anyway, please help, guys. Dude. My life has been ruined by these fucking pieces of shit, and I can't take it, dude. I'm not by myself. They make fun of me. They sit here and call me nasty, gross, disgusting. They make fun of all of our STDs, and I keep saying all of ours because they're pointing out other people that have had them too, and they're showing pictures of it, and it's just humiliating for them and us. And 3 of us are moms. You know what I'm saying? And it's just stupid. And none of us are even sure if they're even our STDs or not somebody else's, because if you share skin with somebody, you can get what they get, but you're not supposed to be scanned on the UB floor like that, just up here. And if they found out up here that you have that or something and give it to them, then they would probably disconnect your body. Yeah. But I'm scanned on the floor 4 times. Please help. 534-888-8697. I've never been in trouble. I have an eviction on my record now because Anthony Ciaz went to the stupid fucking courthouse to get it reopened or whatever so that he could fucking live there and get my money while he's in town doing alternate community service while I lived here with my mom. And yeah, I did go there, and I did come in over there when I'd given up because he was in town to visit a couple times. And you guys knew when I was there because you showed up there with the eviction papers. And I told you then that Scrappy, the one that they said I killed his dog or whatever, punched me in the face. Remember? Yeah. Okay, but before that, like, these people had already told me they set me up for something different, not the IDs that I seen that after that when I came back to get some stuff with Russ, or anything else that might have been in the bathroom or whatever. It was something different, and I don't even want to bring it up because it's too scary, because he went to prison and it's going to bring the memories back down here. Right, chain adjustment.